Record to the cloud.
Hello, welcome into the Divinely You podcast, as well as to those of you watching on YouTube. I appreciate y'all tuning in on whatever channel or platform you are tuning in on. I am very founder of Divinely You, which incorporates anything and everything about you that makes you divinely unique, and you are indeed divinely unique in this world. So I appreciate you so much for tuning in.
Pause, multiple share screen, open chat, share screen. Desktop 11 items, sharing screen, in. Keynote, Finder, Keynote, PA for live one item, optimize, share, Keynote, you have starting screen share. Zoom.us had Keynote, PA for live, window, play.
I almost feel like I want to start like disclaimer in all of my videos that they're potential trigger warnings at this point, because I feel like no matter what content people are putting out right now, it's triggering other people. And here's the thing I want to say about triggers. And if you're somebody who happens to be a trigger warning person, if you're triggered, get support. If something's triggering you or getting at you and you're like, it's not the person who's presenting its fault, and it's not your fault. It's just that it's a place for you to do some deep work on yourself, perhaps some healing work. Maybe it's therapy, maybe it's coaching. It's not for me to decide. But the point is that I have a few folks that I follow who are getting a lot of nasty DMs that they're triggering other people. And we're kind of all getting okay with it, because I think that's part of like our mission as light workers, as whatever we are in this world. Like, I'm a coach and I want to support you. And I love, so if it is triggering to you,
your internet connection is unstable.
It's not to hurt you, it's to awaken something within you that's been at you for a long time. So let's talk about religion versus spirituality. I'll share a little bit of my story. In that I grew up Christian. I was Catholic for a few years in my adult life, and now I am into spirituality. And I'll tell you, I get a lot of flack for this, because a lot of my friends who are Catholic or Christian pretty much don't understand what I do, and they think that it's not divine what I do, even though my business is called Divinely You. But I think that's where I get a little bit of nervousness or like panic when I present spiritual topics, because I catch a lot from people who've known me for a long time, that this is like a dark path to be on. And to me, it's not. To me, I'm more connected to the divine, connected to God more now than I've ever been when I was, participating in any kind of religion. So what's the real difference? The difference is that I don't like go to church. I don't worship anything. I do indeed trust God. I trust the divine wholeheartedly, 1,000%, that I'm okay and that I'm safe and I'm secure. I don't follow any kind of doctrine or rules. I am an Aquarius after all. I feel like I'm quite the disruptor at this point. But I do it in the container of like, I love humanity, and I want humanity to kind of collectively love and support itself. Ultimately, I'm actually kind of corny when it comes down to it, because I really just think that humanity can help save itself, and we can all work together to make that happen. And that sounds like, I feel like that sounds so corny, but it's true. Like, we are all here for each other, to support each other, to, be there for each other in whatever fashion or form that is. And so, and I don't need like an organized religion or to tell me that that's right or wrong, because to me, that's just how it should go. Is like, we should just support each other and be there for each other no matter what. And yeah, there's people out there that do wrong things, bad things, whatever, but that's just context, because it's wrong or bad according to whom. Like, it might hurt me or hurt, people that I know, but in their mind, they may be doing, we don't know what they're thinking, right? So anyway, so the biggest difference is that I don't actually like go to church, and I don't like, study any sort of like, I don't like use, I mean, I obviously read a lot of books, but I take what I get I take what resonates from the books or from the videos or from the lesson, and I leave behind the rest without judgment, because it's for someone else. Maybe it's not for me. I'm here to memorize scripture. So if that's you, that's you. I am not here to say you're wrong or anything. This is just me state my thoughts on these things. Prayer versus meditation. I do both of these actually. In fact, that was one of the draws to the Catholic faith, was the meditative prayer or the adoration time, or like meditative Holy Rosary time, things like that. So prayer is when you are asking or sending your prayer requests to God. Meditation is when you are sitting in quiet, in quiet time, or methodically meditating, listening for the answer to the prayer that you've sent up. So you put prayers and intentions out there for God to hear them, and then while you take action in life toward those intentions, you also sit in meditation, or like I said, methodically meditating, hearing for those answers, and listening to the direction of God. There are words like discernment for meditate, like people are discerning what God wants for them. I kind of feel like I take action and God shows me the way, and even if I mess up and go the wrong way, he's going to just redirect me anyway. Because like I went to California and it didn't work out. Like moving to California didn't work out, but had I not gone there, like everything's for a reason, right? Like had I not gone to California the first time, probably wouldn't have come to Arizona at all. So anyway, so prayer versus meditation, and then crystals, oils, and other tools. So oils. Frankincense is usually like I want to say burned, and then I wanted to say smoked. But the aromatic of frankincense is used oftentimes, specifically in Catholic churches, during the Eucharist. And so because it's a cleanser, frankincense and myrrh are such cleansers, and so they cleanse the atmosphere, they cleanse the soul, and all of those things. And sage does that too. Crystals, there are many crystals like clear quartz and whatnot that also cleanse air. There's also the citrine, that's the ultimate like cleanser or absorbent stone. So various stones have different frequencies and whatnot. And so I was looking, I thought I had stones closer to me than I do, but anyway, so journals can be like a spiritual or religious tool, right? Because we use journals to get the thoughts out of our head, so we can create space for the messages that God or the divine is trying to send to us. So we dump out all of the crap that's in our brain so that we can have space for that, or we can cleanse that out of our, when we get it out of our body, then we have space for what God is trying to say to us. So nothing is wrong with anything that anyone chooses to do. I'm not here to say that at all. This was simply my journey. My journey was, I was Christian, I was Catholic, and now I would say I'm spiritual. I like I said, I 1000% trust that the divine has a plan, and that it's my path is to take action, and then for God to open up a path for me. And things don't always go the direction that I think. Like I didn't think I'd restart my YouTube channel. It hadn't even really occurred to me. I didn't really think I was going to get back into doing videos. And here I am, right? I don't even know what day I'm on anymore. I was going to only do like 90 days of lives, but then it just kind of, what if I do this? And like I had no intention on putting them on the podcast, and yet all of them have reached the podcast. So I take action and I allow God or the divine to reveal the path. But if it's not the path, it would feel forced if it weren't the path. It would feel like I'm working too hard to make it happen. And I don't feel like that at all. Actually, I feel like it's very much aligned because it's smoothing itself out in the process of what I'm doing. And so I feel like if it weren't working, then it would feel forced, and it wouldn't be easily, it wouldn't be effortless. And it's becoming very effortless to record a daily video and pop it on the podcast and pop it on the YouTube channel. Like, that's all becoming a process that's very natural. And so that's one way that I show God, like, okay, if this is a path that you are lining up for me, where the hell is this going? I don't know. Am I going to get a new camera? Am I going to get new equipment? I don't know. Thinking about it, looking into it, possibly. It was brought up in a conversation I was having, and I'm like, wait, what? But who knows? So anyway.
PA for live window. Zoom.us. Zoom share system has new system. Your image. You image. Stop share button. You have stop.
So the thing that I wanted to really point out today is that it's really okay, whatever direction you're going, and it's okay to give yourself permission to like welcome in whatever is feeling for you to come in. Like, it's okay. Like, there's really no right or wrong. Ultimately, again, I've said I have plenty of friends who think that I'm going down a very dark path, which I don't understand, because my podcast is called Divinely You, but they see what I'm doing as being very dark. So you get to do things in this life, even if the people who claim to know you, claim to support you, we don't get it. They don't have to get it. It's not their responsibility to get it. It's not anyone's responsibility to get what you're up to. I don't even know what the hell I'm up to half of the time. I just go with what paths seem to be effortless and are revealing themselves to me. So anyway, I hope this gave you some insight or resonated. And if it like brought up some stuff and you really like feel like you want to talk about it with someone who can just objectively hear you, that's what I'm here for. That's what I coach about, is personal authority, being responsible, taking ownership for the things that you want in this life, and taking just going for it. So sometimes we don't know what's happening, I have, like, anyway, I could go down lots of tangents and I don't want to. So I hope this resonated. If it did, I'd love for you to reach out, sewcoaching@gmail.com, and you can always DM me on any platform you're following me on, and I appreciate you, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.
Stop recording now, and stop.